Hello and welcome to Ellen Ruth Soap. I'm Ellen and today I'm doing a remake of my chocolate lavender soap, which is one of my all-time favorite fragrances. And I'm not a lavender fan, but this one just hits it for me. So chocolate lavender from Wholesale Supplies Plus. It's, this is my all-time favorite fragrance. It behaves like a dream in soap. It does discolor to a light tan, so I'll probably add a little bit of titanium dioxide in this soap. It will be a goat milk soap, so I'll probably add the TD to the goat milk. For the colors to represent my lavender and chocolate, I'm going to be using brambleberry colors today. I have cappuccino mica, which is a wonderful chocolatey coffee type brown, and I want to do a little bit of a swirl in the bar, and then on top I want to pipe with my just a big hole, this one like Hershey Kisses type blops on top. And then for my lavender, I'm going to use Brambleberry's Lavender Mica, which is just beautiful. And then I want to use my star tip to do some rosettes on top. So I'll have lavender rosettes and little chocolate kisses on top of this soap and a little bit of swirl in the middle, and it smells so divine. Honestly, hands down, I think if I had to pick a favorite, this one hits it for me, this chocolate lavender fragrance. It's actually sold out last time I checked. So when it comes in stock, I stock up on it because it's that good for me. So if you're a chocolatey person, this one does it. So all that being said, I'm going to get my goat milk prepped and let's get ready to make one of my favorite soaps, chocolate and lavender. So I'm just about to move forward here with this wonderful chocolate lavender soap, and I wanted to show you, I've decided to, along with the cappuccino mica, I'm going to add a little cacao powder for the color, and you know, since it's supposed to represent chocolate kisses, so that is going to be part of the brown color also in the piping bags, which I have ready. I have my piping bags all ready and set off to the side when we get to that step. So let me get everything pulled together and we'll start making soap. So I've got everything prepped and ready to go here. In my oils and butters, I have colloidal oats, kale and clay, and the fragrance. That's what's going on in here, and wow, it smells good. And over here, I've got my goat milk lye solution ready, which how I prepped it was I took a little bit of the portion of the liquid in distilled water, and I dissolved a tablespoon of cane sugar into that, and then also this has silk fibers in it, and I added the lye very slowly to keep it this color. There's no TD in here. It's just a light buttery yellow. So what I did was I poured off a small portion of that distilled water with the sugar, put the silk in there, and put a little bit, about a quarter teaspoon of my pre-measured lye over that to melt the silk. So I had a little portion of silk water. Then I melted my goat milk with the lye very slowly to keep it this lighter color. When I'm patient, when I add the lye very fast, it turns a really bright orange because it gets very hot. But this was ice bathed, and that is why I did the silk off to the side. I have another video where I show how to do that, and I'll put a link down below or up. I'll put a card for how to add silk to your goat milk. But anyway, there's my goat milk, and it also has sodium lactate in here. So that's a lot going on in the pot, but it's all good stuff. So let's get this wonderful goat milk, silky goat milk solution in here. And I'm anxious to move forward on this. I've remade this soap several times using the same pattern, but it always comes out a little bit different each time, which I love. I love that about soap making. You can duplicate everything, and each batch is kind of has its own personality. So that's neat, especially with swirls. You know, they're very hard to duplicate an exact swirl. So it's fun. It keeps you creative. It's just never gets boring. So I'm just stirring for emulsion here, and then I'll pour off into my colors that are for the piping and the swirling. And this fragrance does discolor to a light tan, so after I pour off my colors, I'll add a little titanium dioxide in here just to keep it on the brighter side so that those swirls really stand out. have this gorgeous soap in the mold, and I have it up on a turntable, so when it's time to pipe I can rotate it around if I need to. And I'm just waiting for my chocolate kiss frosting and my lavender to come up to piping consistency. And this can take anywhere from 10-15 minutes to an hour. I've waited sometimes, depending. So another thing about this fragrance, which not only does it smell great, it soaps like a dream. It does not accelerate trace. So just waiting on those, and we'll come back when it's ready to pipe. The next day, and I can't wait to get into these lavender and chocolate. It's just a pleasure to make this each time. And of course the swirls are always a little bit different, so it's a fun surprise to get in here and see what we've got going on. I can't wait to get into these and see how that swirl came out. It was very fluid when I poured it, which makes for, oh my word, makes for a very swirly inside. Loving it. Oh, these bars make my day. They're so pretty and smell fantastic. All right, can we just talk about these swirls for a minute? I'm so tickled. And the little Hershey Kisses on top. This is, sometimes when you pour at a very fluid consistency and you run a hanger through, you get the most beautiful wispy swirls, and I'm just delighted with these.